Pillars of Eternity continues. Welcome back, everyone, to more Pillars of Eternity. So after consulting with my favorite Pillars of Eternity critic, everyone's favorite Pillars of Eternity critic, Mr. Satan, he's convinced me that I should respec my character and go for stances. The question is, where are they? I think we have to go up a bit in skills first. Ah, yes. So what we want to get is some area of effect things. +6 to accuracy. 50% of grazes converted to hits. Movement speed, defense, and damage reduction. So we could go with we'll go with the aggressive version, which is Zealous Focus. This modifies Zealous Focus. Makes it even better. This is another area of effect. Inspires all allies in the vicinity when the paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defensive. So every time she takes out somebody, passive boost instantly. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore existing hostile effects. It's kind of our shield, I guess. And then we have our different stances here. Although I'm probably just going to focus on one for now. Mark an enemy as a focus of the Paladin's Righteous Fury, granting accuracy and damage bonuses against the target until combat ends or the target goes down. I kind of like that Triumph one. Deep Faith. The intensity of a Paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonus to faith and conviction.
I'm ready.
So now we put her on this stance here. And now all of our accuracy goes up and it converts portion of grazes to hits. We got some more leveling to do. We're going to give Aloth some mechanics this time. Oh, level 4 spells. Iron Skin, that sounds fun. Caster gets +8 damage reduction. Well, that's not as cool. I'd much rather I'd be able to put that on someone else. Summons a trio of powerful tentacles that cannot move, but can inflict crush and corrode damage and stuck affliction on anyone they hit. Be good to like pull in the door, put in a little area where people are coming through. We also have the concussive missiles, level 4 missiles. I think those are always good. Creates a ghostly double of the caster, causing shock damage to enemies hit by it. Iron Skin is plus 8 damage reduction is pretty heavy though. So maybe we'll go with a little offense, a little defense. Durance! Oh, Durance. Might as well get some athletics. Helps your second wind always. I guess raising this is good in the sense that if you get to level 7, then damage reduction is going to be even better. But this is just from camping. It's super situational. But why not get it up a little bit, right? Everything else is so hum. So new spells we got. Barring Death's Door prevents a severely wounded character's health from reaching 0. When it would result in death of the character can still be knocked out through endurance lost. That's pretty cool. Devotions for the Faithful invokes the benediction of priest god, imbuing allies in the area of effect with accuracy and might bonuses, while enemies receive penalties. Nice. Prayer Against Bewilderment bestows alacrity upon the minds of the allies in the area of effect, granting immunity to confused and dazed. A major heal, Searing Seal, places a magical seal on the floor that bursts into flame when enemies comes in contact, so it's a priest trap. Shining Beacon, an intensely luminous beacon of light causing enemies in the area of effect to take penalty to all defenses and accrue burn damage. Triumph of the Crusaders imparts to allies the fervor of righteousness in battle. When any ally in the area of effect delivers a killing blow, he or she regains endurance. And Litany Against Minor Afflictions grants a single ally temporary immunity to blinded, confused, dazed, distracted, frightened, hobbled, prone, sickened, and stuck afflictions. Nice little assortment. Oh, lug. Save the best for last. Look at Helmhead over here. Get that better second win, man. What else is there in life? All kinds of shit. Thick Skin, plus 3 damage reduction. That's huge. Threatening Presence. The mere presence becomes so intimidating as to fill all approaching enemies with nauseating dread. As long as the barbarian is stationary, nearby enemies may be sickened. Bloodlust. Imparts an unquenchable bloodlust to the barbarian, increasing his or her speed temporarily in battle once he or she has personally downed at least 2 enemies. That can be situational, not happen too much. The barbarian hits so hard that ordinary means of defense can be easily overpowered. On attacks that normally target deflection, the barbarian will instead attack fortitude, if it is lower defense. Attack fortitude instead of deflection if fortitude is lower. Savage Defiance. The barbarian channels his or her own irrepressible determination, regenerating a large amount of endurance. And Barbaric Yell frightens the shit out of people. Also have Wild Sprint, plus total defense when disengaging. And Bloodthirst. After killing an enemy, the barbarian's recovery is waived, allowing them to attack again immediately. That's pretty awesome too. I think the one thing that's going to play all the time into battles is Thick Skin, so we're going to grab that first. Those are a lot of good abilities there.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. 10-minute level up there. Sorry about that. Takes a while. You kind of have to go over all the skills, check them out.
What is it?
Kind of excited to get our party into battle. But we're still kind of doing that town quest thing. You can see now we can walk into the water. A young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands have stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. I reach toward the soul! As you reach for the soul, it lashes out. Glowing mist strikes at the air around you. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with the feeble, uncontrollable rage. You better not try anything with me, dickhead! The soul blazes at your challenge and surges into you, transporting you to the streets around the brothel. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of the lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said he'd only be a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you tried to explain this. There's always a back door. In an alley, two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away. They're inching closer. You step forward. The men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, a plea in her eyes. You've seen that look in Abused Strays. In your hollow-born sister, that time father took her from the splintering cradle into the filled wash basin. You were brave that day. A knife in the thug's belt. It's in your hands, and now it's in his thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and a muddy boot sails toward your face. Then everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. The soul retreats from you. It pulses with question. Life is unfair. I wouldn't expect the next one to be any different. Darren's soul absorbs his thought and ebbs to the ocean mist around the dock. As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realize that your head is in Pelagina's feathered hands. Her golden eyes are peering into your own, as though she is trying to catch a glimpse of activity lurking in the depths. As she sees your eyes respond, she wobbles your head a little and gives you a light slap. Letting go and stepping back, she regards you with concern. Everything going all right in there? A young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. I take the dagger! The boy's small hands are rigid in death, but you pry the dagger free. It looks too large and too expensive to have belonged to him. The letter B is carved into the pommel.
A blade in the dark. That's unusual.
Ooh, fine saber! Whoop-de-fucking-do! Whoa! What the shit? Rain blight and animat. Having the 3 fighters is definitely going to help a lot. 3 casters, 3 fighters. It's just a beautiful combo. And plus, we got all these new badass abilities. Like Withian shields. Binding copper and shattered animate armor. This is the magical armor that everyone's kind of been alluding to, I think. They talked about transporting it on the ship.
That's unusual.
We should pick that up.
Blade in the dark.
Okay, I believe that's all these secret locations on this area. Yes, if you know of any more, feel free to tell me, but that was 8 different secret locations we found in Andra's gift. Of course, my research is not infallible. Poor Ada. Whoa! Have you found my Darren yet?
He's dead! Did you really expect anything different?
She sobs and quickly brings a hand to her mouth. Her eyes are bright with tears. How could the gods be so cruel? Her breath hitches. How could anyone let this happen to my boy? After several seconds, she closes her eyes and swallows. I suppose it's better to know the truth than to keep wondering. Thank you, at least, for bringing me answers. Here, take these. I've been saving several keepsakes for Darren one day, but he won't need them now. And I doubt I'll have another child to pass them to.
Cool. Give me his shit. Want to hang out for a little while? I can make you feel better. Taking your chicken, too. And you're gonna die, bitch!
Her quiet, motionless shape is swaddled beneath filthy rags and moth-eaten towels.
We'll leave it to die.
As you wish.
How'd I get a chest key and she didn't have a chest to open?
Yes.
I don't know, but I'll find out. Alright, what's next on the agenda? Brave Darren. The clandestine cargo, of course. We need to find the missing pieces of Egwithian Scepter and Andra's gift. Washed along the shallows of the decks there. Oh yeah, we got some more guys over here?
No use. I need something.
So much. Yes.
No levels. Header. Header's at 7. That means he's getting that extra damage reduction after the 6th rank. Previous bonuses become more powerful in the same order, so I can all be used in conversation. Armored Grace, minus 20% armor speed penalty. That's good. I think you want him to attack faster. The beauty is we can just ride this shit out and I can do whatever the fuck I want and then min-max at the very end by respecking everyone. So it's awesome that you don't get locked into your decisions. Cool. Thought my dog was drowning for a second.
What is it?
I shall be discreet.
Oh. Our pally as well with shit tons of points. Might as well jack up her survival. Zealous endurance. Confused charms and dominated characters have severe accuracy penalties when attacking the paladin. Additionally, the paladin's attacks against such characters do minimal damage and always end the effect. Huh. Commands an unconscious ally to get back up, giving a large but temporary spike to endurance. That could be game-changing right there. Paladin fights in perfect synergy with the closest ally attacking the same foe, providing the ally with the accuracy bonus. Affects self, plus 10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. That seems pretty good too. Let's get that and team her up with people. So far, the only other stance she has is the other two focuses, and I believe I'm gonna stick with this one.
Well,
it is the aggressive of all of them. But again, all this can be changed for some coin. Where'd that guy say his shit was? It's around here somewhere. Uh-oh.
I shall be discreet.
Now what should we get? Let's get the barracks. Upgrading the barracks will allow you to employ hirelings to defend your stronghold during attacks. Sounds important. There's one piece of the scepter. Barnacles encrust the hull of this beach boat, something the jagged adra fingers most likely, has clawed deep rifts into the wood. Whoever tried to sail through them must have been desperate or inexperienced. Got some fucking seaweed, mate.
Good day to you.
I have all three pieces.
You mean you got past those armored monsters? I don't know how. He shakes his head. Listen, if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. He holds up the opal. In the name of someone who'll buy it all. All I want is 200 pounds for getting this cargo here. Sound fair?
Give me that opal and the name, or you'll wish those suits of armor had finished you.
He shoves the opal still warm from his hands into yours. Take it! His mouth withers into a sullen frown. And look for Nance at the Brackenberry Sanitarium. He turns away. Now leave me alone. You fucking meanie. Someone was seen jumping over the side right before the ship broke apart.
As you wish.
Got that zealous focus, baby. Broken ass scepter. Minor ring of protection. Why would I be wearing that and not protection? How the fuck did that happen? Oh. They're different things. Yeah, I like deflection too. Gaun's Pledge. We can put that ring on someone else. You're a paladin. You need some... There you go, Alof. I don't even know if I have to wear that ring in order to get the coinage, but whatever. Cloak of Many Feathers is +1 dex, +2 to athletics. So I guess here's my question. Does this stack? Looks like it does not. Yeah, you can't stack similar effects just like in D&D. So we could actually go with the ring and then put the feathers on. I mean, she is a avian godlike, so the Cloak of Many Feathers would help her dex.
I have no rings.
Find the Animancer who's been buying Egwithian artifacts. I'm gonna take the 4 pieces to his contact, but I have to find this person on my own now. He won't help at all after the way I dealt with him. He did say something about Brackenberry, though. The hell are they saying? Messengers from Gilded Vale bring shocking news. Lord Redrick the Seventh is succeeded by Kolsk, last surviving relative of the Redrick.
Oh yeah, I'll be visiting him again. Just letting him think he's ruling. Just keeping my seat warm.
Greetings.
An elderly woman peruses the shelves with a quickness and energy that belie her age. I'm afraid I don't practice anymore, child. Too busy with my research.
Are you the animaster who's been buying relics from Immatel?
The chatty old fishwife's been blabbing about me, I see. She laughs and rolls her eyes. Never trust your secrets to a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyways, let's see what you've got. Nans examines the scepter with her eyes hooded by crinkled flesh. Immatel told you true. I'll buy this. Unfortunately, a broken scepter isn't as valuable as he may have led you to believe. He steals a glance at your face, but her fingers tighten around the piece in her hands. I'll take it off you for 500.
You seem a little too excited. What aren't you telling me?
The corners of her mouth twitch upward. Sharper than Immatel, I see. The truth is, I could repair the scepter. She runs her fingers along one of the patterned pieces. It's broken, sure enough, but the pieces themselves are in good condition. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy, expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in fiend's blood compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. She eyes you. I could do it to the tune of 1,800 pounds. Fuck yeah. I'll expect you want to watch and see that your money is put to good use. Better get comfortable then. She lays out an array of powders, potions, and other obscure ingredients on her desk. After what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall with you and presents the scepter. Looking at it, you'd never know it had been broken in the first place. This may be the finest work I've ever done, if I may say so, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Examining a piece like that is a dream come true for someone in my field. She gazes at it wistfully. Take good care of it. And clandestine cargo is now complete. And we have the Nguithan Scepter, which is pretty totally tits. Restored from fragments you found in Andra's gift. The shaft is covered with invocations, and the opal female is inscribed with runes. Plus 20 attack speed, plus 4 accuracy, plus 15% damage. I think Ronstock is going to want to hold on to that. I mean, it's not loads better. It's just a little better. What else do we have? Endless Paths. Grimda. Heritage Hill. Not going there yet. Utter Endurance. Kana. Still have Kana's story. That's Endless Pass. We can do that later. More Endless Pass. Cliffs I saw in a village. Alright, we can do this for Palagina. It's close. Do I talk to Gwendolyn Grapplewind? You see solemn faces, hundreds of them. They stand silent in remembrance, a town officially lamenting the sacrifices of some brave hero. His companions stand to the side, empty. The official tells their story, the saving of the village, the story of one lost to its trolls in battle as best as he can. But the faces of the friends say far more than the veracity of his speech. Finally it's over and the villagers move back to their lives. The adventurers mill about for a time, talking, remembering before heading back to the inn for the night. They mourn in their own ways, tears, anger, zvef, broken bottles. The leader of the group stays quiet, gaze inward. Weeks pass and he speaks little, leaving the inn early in the morning and returning late at night exhausted. Finally he takes the others to see it, the statue, life-size, beautiful in its crude design. The villagers mount it in the square as the group leaves, still empty, but a little less broken. The statue smiles at them as they leave.
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vincent crosses his arms before replying. Regina, as if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I'll be convinced any more easily.
Quit stonewalling, asshole! Pay attention for once!
Ambassador Augusti's head snaps in your direction and he gives you a long, disapproving look.
Ambassador, there are issues at stake here that go beyond rogue merchants and a port staying open. Animancy is under attack in Defiance Bay.
Pelagina shakes her head, feathered fist to emphasize her point.
We have to protect our interest here, but that also means knowing when to avoid unnecessary entanglements. The Animancers and the locals have problems. They'll work them out, or they won't. Either way, there's too much to risk by getting involved.
If it is outlawed here, what would prevent the same from happening in our republics?
The ambassador's face vacillates between expressions of sympathy and frustration.
Pelagina, I do not think your concerns are unfounded, but it's not the place of this embassy to countermand the Republic's policies. What kind of spineless do-nothing are you? If you and the Dukes aren't going to take her seriously, fuck off!
Pelagina's golden eyes grow wide, but she remains speechless. Despite her shock, a stifled smile breaks through for a moment. The ambassador blinks, clearly unprepared for your outburst.
Well, we have our roles to play. For better or worse, I'm the Duke's representative, not Pelagina's advocate.
What is it the Dukes need of me?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade near Glanfath. We'll need to meet with the Glanfathan soon to secure upcoming trade agreements. The roads to the Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
Echosi, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodins? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? There's no fault to the Republics. The Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Red Sarens will. It doesn't make sense, Pelagina. The Deerwood has problems, and sooner or later someone's going to profit from it. Wait a minute, I'm not rational.
Really? After that, you have nothing to say.
Dispassionately stare off into the distance. She raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw, but remains silent. Pelagina! He shakes his head. Go to the Twin Elms. Speak to the Amanantfath, and press upon her the instability of the Deerwood, and reassure her of the Valian Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
After a long and uncomfortable pause, Pelagina exhales deeply, the lids of her eyes closing briefly as she slumps in acceptance. The ambassador nods and smiles paternally, and then looks at you. I know you planned on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Wink obnoxiously at Pelagina.
I understand completely, and will make sure she completes this important mission for the Dukes.
Vincent bristles and turns to Pelagina.
Well, the Dukes need to hear more about Pelagina's mesre wild adventures.
Of course not, Ambassador. I will attend to the unamend fort as soon as I am able to travel to Twin Elms.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse.
Story of my life.
I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders.
It seemed right to support you, but I think the Ambassador made good points. If you don't start following orders, you're going to get into more trouble with the Dukes.
Rational or benevolent? I only have two choices here. I think I'll go with benevolent in this case.
We'll find a way for you to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on around here. Don't worry. Wink, wink.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the Ambassador loses his patience.
Wonder what kind of boon Luglug would get for banging that.
She pauses in thought. Still, I fear that making this deal with the Grandfathers will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come.
Well, it's a long way to Twin Elms. You'll have plenty of time to think it over.
Verus.
She nods and sighs. Let's head back to Onder's gift.
Hey,
You think we could get another dog? Keep this one company? Just a thought. That's what Edder's saying. We got plenty of fucking animals at this point, bud. We have 3 dogs, a couple pussycats, a pig, a spider. I haven't had my spider out in a while.
this gets my blood beating in all the right places.
This young lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, sweat beading on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach, and he takes a few steps forward.
Hail, traveler.
If you have a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. He looks around nervously. I could use your help.
What's the problem?
Oh, thank you, thank you. He cast a gaze skywards briefly. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest. His sea chest. He keeps all his valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things. What with us staying in the port a couple days, and I may have gotten a little distracted. Marcino nods toward the buildings nearby. I wasn't gone long, just an hour at the salty mast. When I got past, the chest was gone. He puts a pleading look on you. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be far. But the shift's changed, and I'm on watch. I can't sneak off to look for it. And the captain will kill me if he hears of it. I'll get strung up on the yardam. Please, if you could get it back, I swear by the flame I'll make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I won't be spending it if Captain Fortunero finds out anyway.
Any ideas where the thieves might have taken it?
Well, the chest itself's pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it getting carried around either. I figure they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby. Just out of sight. Can't have gone far. There's a pretty good lock on it, too, so I'm hoping they haven't got it open. Unless they take an axe to it, I suppose. Oh, gods. He takes a breath. If they've got it open, I'm done for.
What makes you think I'm not from around here? He opens his mouth to speak, then thinks better of it. It's just a hunch. You're a sailor? Yes, sir. I signed up about half a year back. It pays decent, and sighted the sun come up and up over the sea. I wouldn't give up anything for that. I just wish I'd asked around for about the captain first. And Buddy is missing a crate. Where could it be? Some thugs up here. I got this much right to stand here. As the guys going into that whorehouse, they don't like what I got to say, they can go someplace else. This belong to you? That's mine, all right. No one touches my dagger and lives. Save yourself the trouble. For a little coin, you can keep your dagger and your pride. Fine, here, let's keep this between us. That's not really gonna happen, asshole. You killed a little kid. Waterlogged grimoire. That'll go right there, buddy. Thank you very much. And what dost thou have in this waterlogged grimoire? Miasma of dull-mindedness. We'll take it.
Yes.
Ronsock's kind of greedy. He doesn't like sharing his spells. What the fuck is that guy's name? Okay, where's the minion? You see the body on a bench, a team of mages and healers buzzing around the room shouting instructions and incantations. A pulsating crystalline device lies in the body's chest cavity, steaming slightly in the magically cooled room. The healers stitch the skin as the priest murmurs healing charms. Finally it is done, the body is whole again. The mages gather for a final enchantment as the others watch. A complicated ritual that has them sweating rivulets. A hush falls over the room as the body shudders. Electricity arcing from side to side, eyes fluttering open. For a moment he's there, but something's wrong. He goes to scream, and he's gone. The room is silent as they trail out. Overcome, but something stays, not quite tangible,
and shouts wordlessly as it sees its own body for the first time.
I'm ready.
It's that OBE.
Hey,
4 people stand gathered around what appears to have been a wooden chest. One of them, a grizzled and rough-looking character, looks up at you and sneers.
Take a wrong turn somewhere, did you? Best turn around and walk on.
There's a sudden snapping sound from the direction of the chest, and a second smaller man lets out a frustrated groan.
Damn it! That's the second lockpick.
He looks up at you and stills. Oh. Walter rolls his eyes and then turns to you.
You've walked down your last pier. But look, don't think so, asshole. Barbarian crush crush. Super armor. Blade of fuck you. Night night.
We got this asshole still alive. No one's doing anything about it.
of course.
We'll take it.
What is it?
Return it for our reward, damn it.
How do you do?
Here you are. Contacts intact. Actually, let me take a look-see here.
Well met, friend.
See what he gives me. 492 experience. You found it, all of it. You saved my life, friend. Truly, I owe you one. Here's the week's wages, like I promised.
You know, I did just save your life.
Oh, of course. Let me think. Oh, I know. You can have this. He reaches for an amulet around his neck and hands it to you. It's all I have. Hope it brings you some luck. The drinking horn of moderation. Sounds like a good reward. +2 intellect while endurance above 50. Necklace. Perfect for Ronstock. A drinking horn that makes him smarter. The small drinking horn was commissioned by a group of road wardens who, after many dangerous journeys to the living lands, decided they needed something to commemorate their past adventures and steel themselves for new ones. Some believe that an entire set of these horns was created. Chances of the living lands tell stories of men and women taking swigs from these horns only to charge headfirst into battle, shouting elaborate insults about the ancestry of their enemies. But if other horns exist, none have been found. Bound to a leather strap, the horn is encircled by a verdigris encrusted scale band and is engraved along one side. Most of the script has been long since worn off, but the words, "used with moderation," remain. I wish this didn't take up a fucking cloak space. Court of Spirits added. The quest expires in one day. Belt of Chimes. We'll send Kana. Now who's gonna wear this damn horn? I mean, I don't think that ring does really anything, so he could. I don't want to take her ring of protection either. She needs it just as much. We'll go ahead and let... Now, Ronsock has to have the horn. Aloth, you're probably better off with a Cloak of Minor Protection. The will is good, +9, but... of reflex +5 and healing bonus. It's good to be able to heal yourself. Anyways, folks, that wraps it up for this episode of Pillars of Eternity. Stay tuned for more.